shy, don't stop. We got a funky vibe, yeah. Welcome all. It's a safe spot where the truth of mine. Share your thoughts, leave your worries behind. Woo! Defense Fest, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe to the love feel free. Join the fam where you're meant to be. Woo! Got mysteries and stories that feel it right. We dig deep, ain't no secrets to hide. No judgment here, just an open crew. We're all about justice and the honest view. Yeah, Defense Fest, that's where you belong. Click that like and groove along. Hit subscribe to the love feel free. Join the fam where you're meant to be.
And I'm buttering my Criscuits, which is better than buttering my
I just had a buttered biscuit.
Oh, echo. Echo. Oh, good echo. Raj.
Yep, this is gonna be fun.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I hear it. Echo.
I think I've got two. I wondered where that went to.
Oh, it's good now.
Where'd you go? Fuck. IT gets me every time. I set up a stream, and then I went to look for something else on YouTube, and then I couldn't find the stream, so and I reckon I've got to open. I have. I can hear. Let me get out of that. I can't. I don't know where it is. There's nowhere else for me to look. All right, I'm going to close all these. Is it still bad? Ooh.
No, sounds pretty good now.
Okay, cool. All right. That's better?
Yeah,
Now
that's
I'll
good.
go back. Open it.
Yep.
It must have been one of the cute videos I had ready to go. There's still things I got to tweak from putting the new modem in. You know what I mean? Like I've got. I go, oh, why?
Oh, I'll tell you what I tweaked. I tweaked my laptop for the better couch, and I went and got me a tablet. By God, I heck with that. I went and tweaked my laptop clear up under the couch and told my old man he can have it, and I went and got me a tablet. Oh, hell no.
Oh, look, we've got Liz and Brian. I'm too busy looking at everything else. Hello. Oh, crap. Sorry. It's me, not IT savvy again. Sorry. All right, where is my history? We're going to go into the arrest, and we're going to listen to it from an Aussie news station, just for shits and gigs. All right. Share. Oh, no, I want... I'm coming. I'm getting there. Eventually. It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? Feral Friday, I tells you.
Yep.
All right. I just had to cover the logo, so we should be good now. All right. So if you haven't heard, there has been an arrest made in the Charlie Kirk shooting. That was horrible. Horrible. Like, I made the mistake of going to the raw footage, and yeah, don't do it. Not nice. And definitely a pro. Definitely for that shot. All right, let's play it.
That the person may have allegedly carried out. Also, be
right?
interested to learn anything more about the
Sounds
person.
good.
We can report it's a college-aged individual who is now in custody as the person of interest
Yeah,
in
he's only
the
22.
fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk. Where did that individual go to school, if at all? What might be in the individual's background that could help establish motive? We'll see how far the authorities are willing to go.
Bring in Brad Garrett, ABC News contributor and former FBI as well. Brad, what sticks out to you as you're listening to this information unfolding about a person of interest in custody after the release of this video and these images yesterday and last night?
So if you combine the following, a high-profile case, an extremely heinous violent act, and great or reasonably great video surveillance of somebody tends to get them caught. Even somebody that knows him, maybe even a relative could have turned him in, and maybe that's what happened. I have no idea, but you're also getting caught unless you have a really good exit plan. And I can tell by him coming off the roof with a weapon, running across, then apparently dumping the weapon in the woods, is he went there on a mission, but that's really all he may have thought about. And then it's just panic from that point forward until he apparently now has gotten caught.
Pierre, how
when did they pick him up? Was it today or not long after the shooting?
No, I think it was this morning.
Because they said they saw him jumping off the roof.
Yeah, they got all kinds of video of that. Showed him running
to assure that they have the right person here and trying to build a case if they do.
Well, this is the part that the FBI and law enforcement is perhaps best at. If you have a person of interest now, you have the weapon. They, again, are going over that weapon. They have sent it to Quantico to look for late fingerprints. They have additional cartridges that they're going to look at. And basically, Diane, they are about to vacuum clean this person's life. Everything that's been posted, interviewing friends, they'll be able to come up with a detailed timeline of what that person was doing that day.
I would have broken something. More than something. Welcome. Good to see you. Yay.
Hello, brah.
They're going to talk to family members, obviously. The family member that apparently convinced him, according to President Trump, to turn himself in will be key. And again, if this story is unfolding as laid out by the president, you have the person walking in and saying, it's me. And again, we have sourcing that of a name of a person that we knew law enforcement was locking in on last night. Again, we're not pointing out the specifics of that name until we have official confirmation. But right now, this investigation will go into another level of focusing on who this person is, where he's been, who he's been communicating with, and trying to get at, if they can confirm that this is the person that pulled the trigger, what was the motive?
And I want to bring in ABC's contributor and former FBI agent Richard Frankel as well. Richard, based on what we know so far, how do you think the FBI moves forward here?
Who's Hash Patel?
Looks like we might not have Richard just yet. Brad, I'll send the same question over to you. What do you think?
You're asking me?
Is that Richard?
Yes.
Okay, Richard, go ahead.
I couldn't hear you for a second. So what we have right now is, this is the beginning of the investigation, the real part of the investigation. And in other words, now they've actually got to go back and prove that this guy actually did do the shooting. Even though we all believe that he is in fact the shooter based upon what the president has said, you still have to be able to go prove that in court. So just because somebody has admitted to it, that doesn't stop the investigation. They're going to go now back, and if he's speaking, they're going to corroborate everything that he's saying. But they're going to be taking his prints. They're going to be taking the shoes because we have the shoe print. They're going to be going back through his life. And as Pierre said, this is going to basically be a vacuum cleaner of his entire life and everything he's done, over the last weeks or maybe even months to see what led up to this. Also, they're going to look to see if he did get any assistance. Just because he came in and raised his hand and said I did it doesn't mean that he didn't get help from somebody. Did he get knowing help or did he get unknowing or unwitting help? In other words, did somebody sell him a weapon and didn't realize that they were selling him the weapon to be used in this assassination?
You know what? I have to admit.
Why? Why did he?
I am guilty as Elizabeth. I've never heard of Charlie Kirk before yesterday. Not bad. Kash Patel is the partisan hack that Trump installed as head of the FBI. Don't beat around the bush here. Tell it like it is, all right? I don't want you, none of this fucking mamby-pamby bullshit.
Yeah, don't hold back.
Yeah. So was there anything else exciting like that? So there was no takedowns, nothing, just he handed himself in, that's it.
No, but this young man has ruined his life.
Because those elements that you can get out of him.
An operation after ISIS fighters.
Is this our kind of operation center?
We're approaching
the presidents, of his family, of people in the top levels of this administration. This is somebody who the president deeply admired and respected, who he often credited for helping him win over young voters and win back.
America's #1 most watched newscast across all of television.
Our friendship had some bumps in the road.
Who's the band's leader?
And it led to a lot of drama.
Oh,
like the same guy.
It feels like rage is the only option.
Is this any good to watch or not? The press conference?
That's all I watched of it. Just
was it any good or not?
I didn't finish it. I just knew that they called him, wanted to know who called him and how they called him, and that was good enough for me.
That's enough? All right, cool, done. All right. Let's go to the manhunt. We've had a manhunt in Melbourne, Victoria, for 18 days. And I haven't been covering it. And he's a subset. So it's in hang on, I've got to play this here. It's in Popunka, which is like the old, it's like up in the mountains, like in the beautiful mountains. Popunka was the old army barracks we had here. So they had it all set up for all the army barracks training and stuff. So there's bunkers, there's all sorts of shit out there because they used to have massive groups of, soldiers and stuff. And that's where they would take them to train. Now, I know pretty much nothing about this guy apart from the fact that allegedly, and we can move this down, allegedly, nope. God damn it. No, I have to go back to that one. So apparently 2 police officers went to his house to issue him a warrant under some pedophilia charges, allegedly. And he ended up shooting the 2 coppers. But then I was watching it on the TV, on the news at Mum's, like I just caught a glimpse of it. And they had the SWAT team out there. Like there was like 12 of them, all armed. And he opens the door and he wonders why he's shot. So I don't know why they had such a big barrage, but we're going to find out together. And so he shot these 2 coppers and then took off in the bush. And he is like bush trained, knows those mountains, been there all of his life. And yeah, 18 days and they still haven't found him. They've called in the army, funny enough. But yeah, So let's share this one instead, which is my playlist. So how am I going to do that? That one. Okay. So apparently he's a sovereign citizen and he's got a 35-year record.
Court documents have just been released that reveal the surprising criminal history of Desi Freeman, the 56-year-old man suspected in the Porapunka shooting that happened on August 20.
Well, this is an AI voice because it's Porapunka, you dickhead, not Porapunka. Have a look at them. This is what they turned up to his house at. To issue a warrant.
6th, 2025. 2 police officers lost their lives that day in northeastern Victoria. Freeman is still out there with a record $1 million bounty on his head. But here's what might shock you. Despite more than 30 years of run-ins with the law, Freeman had 0 convictions for violence or firearms offenses. So how did we get here? Let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Freeman's first brush with the law happened way back in September 1990. He was just 21 years old then, going by his birth name, Desmond Philby. This was in Sydney.
Desmond
And
Philby.
honestly, it was pretty minor stuff. He got hit with several fines in the early 90s, a few $100s total. But here's the thing, he didn't pay them. And when you don't pay court fines, things escalate. The authorities issued arrest warrants that could have landed him in jail for up to 2 days for each unpaid fine. His first actual traffic conviction, October 1991 in Violet Town, that's up in Victoria's northeast, speeding. The fine was $155. Again, he didn't pay. So in 1993, they made him do 8 hours of community work instead. Now here's where it gets interesting. After 1993, Freeman basically disappeared from the court system. 25 years. Nothing. Not a single court appearance. From 1993 all the way to 2018. Think about that for a moment. This guy who couldn't seem to pay a speeding ticket somehow managed to stay completely off the legal radar for a quarter century. Whatever he was doing during those years, he was keeping his nose clean, at least legally speaking. When he finally showed up in court again in 2018, he was going by a new name, Desi Bird Freeman. And get this, he was actually trying to get an old 2013 traffic camera fine thrown out. The Myrtleford Magistrates Court, they sided with him. But then things started getting messy. In 2021, there was this charge about breaching a personal safety intervention order. This apparently had to do with a neighbor dispute with someone named Loretta Quinn. The charge got withdrawn, but it shows Freeman was starting to have problems with people. The real trouble started in 2022. Freeman got busted for using his phone while driving on the Great Alpine Road back in 2020.
Oh, look how beautiful.
He also refused to give police a saliva sample. Now, most people would just pay the fine and move on. Not Freeman. He decided to fight it. All the way to the Supreme Court. This wasn't just about a traffic ticket anymore. This had become something much bigger in Freeman's mind. The court documents Freeman filed paint a devastating picture. His family, his wife and 3 kids, including a 1-year-old baby, they were homeless, living in a van and a gazebo. Can you imagine? Their only income was Centrelink payments. But Freeman didn't see this as just bad luck or tough times. In his mind, this was all the fault of what he called 7 years of harassment and persecution by malicious police. Now here's the thing. The court records tell a very different story. During those 7 years, he's complaining about he only faced 1 charge, and that charge, it got dropped. He even managed to get a speeding fine thrown out, but perception can be everything. Freeman wrote something in his court papers that, looking back now, feels like a warning. He said, quote, "Given the dire situation that we are in, it only takes a straw to break the camel's back. The loss of license is more like a tree trunk than a straw. He wasn't just talking about losing his right to drive. To him, this was the government attacking his family. He called it a form of child abuse by the state. He said the stress and hardship of not being able to drive was destroying all of them. Freeman's grievances kept piling up. Losing his driving license led to losing his firearms licenses. He lost his gun club membership. He claimed police had trespassed on his property 4 times. He said they had stolen his wife's van, though this was probably just standard impounding procedures. He had to pay over $2,300 to get that van back for a family living on Centrelink payments. That's devastating. Freeman felt like he was being dragged through court hearing after court hearing. 4 years of legal battles, he claimed, and in his mind, it was all connected, all part of some systematic persecution. Near the end of his court submission, Freeman wrote something that now seems chilling. He said, "I hope I didn't get too off track or be abrasive, but I'm just doing the best that I can under extreme duress with what sanity I have left." What sanity I have left. Those words, they stick with you. Even after his Supreme Court appeal failed, Freeman kept driving. He had temporary permission while the case was ongoing. In December 2023, he got another speeding ticket, 71 in a 6. He had temporary permission while the case was ongoing. In December...
They're pointing with a finger is on my birthday, 5th of December. FYI.
2023, he got another speeding ticket, 71 in a 60 zone, $450 fine, plus 90 in costs. The magistrate who handled that case, Peter Dunn. The same magistrate Freeman had previously tried to arrest. Things were escalating. On August 26th, 2025, everything came to a head. Police arrived at Freeman's property in Porapunka to execute a search warrant. It was about 10:30 in the morning. Detective leading Senior Constable Neil Thompson, 59 years old. Senior Constable Vadim DeWart, 35. 2 experienced officers, just doing their job. They didn't make it home that day. Victoria Police is now asking serious questions about their risk assessment procedures. How did they not see this coming?
So, I was told, in no uncertain terms, that he was being served with a warrant for pedophilia. Yeah. Do you see how shit gets construed right from the fucking start?
Yep.
A man with decades of minor offenses, no history of violence. How did he become capable of this? Freeman is still out there. Somewhere in the rugged alpine country of northeastern Victoria, there's a $1 million reward for information leading to his capture. The biggest reward in Victoria police history. His court record tells the story of a man who felt the system was against him. Minor traffic violations became, in his mind, evidence of a vast conspiracy. Unpaid fines became persecution. Standard police procedures became harassment. Detective Thompson and Senior Constable DeWart, they paid the ultimate price. For one man's distorted view of reality. Their families, their colleagues, they're still grieving, still searching for answers. Freeman's case is a stark reminder that sometimes the most dangerous people aren't the ones with long, violent histories. Sometimes they're the ones who have convinced themselves that they're the victims, even when they're not.
Well, not one mention of that. How the fuck did they get... All right, so that was our intro. So we're day 18 now into manhunt. But from some of the pictures that I saw, it looked like they had the SWAT team there. So
on August 26, 2025, in Porapunka, Victoria, police went to Freeman.
Why with the AI voices now? Like, they're just churning this shit out.
Man's property to execute a search warrant linked to alleged historical sexual abuse.
Oh, here we go.
The small alpine town of Popunka, usually known for its quiet charm, awoke that morning to the sound of helicopters circling overhead. Police vehicles lined the dirt roads. What should have been a routine operation, an unassuming knock on a Bush Properties gate, would ignite into one of the deadliest manhunts in modern Australian history. If you love shocking true crime stories, kindly subscribe now. We drop new ones every day. Now let's dive in. Inside the modest home of Desi Freeman, also known by his birth name, Desmond Philby, officers hope to execute a carefully planned warrant. The allegations were serious. Historical sexual assault involving a minor. Detectives had gathered enough evidence to confront Freeman, a man with a history of disputes and a growing reputation as a dangerous eccentric. But almost as soon as they arrived, something went horribly wrong. According to investigators piecing together those first chaotic minutes, Freeman opened fire. Gunshots rang out across the property. Sharp cracks that echoed off the surrounding hills. 2 officers were killed instantly, Senior Constable Vadim de Ward-Hottet and Detective Leading Senior Constable Neil Thompson. A 3rd officer was left bleeding, wounded but alive.
Hang on.
By the time back...
What? Wasn't he homeless? If that's his house, that's not homeless. That's a big house.
It's not what homeless people lives in over here.
Backup arrived. Freeman had vanished into the thick alpine bush that bordered his property. And so began a desperate manhunt, one that would stretch into weeks, grip the nation's attention, and raise haunting questions about ideology, extremism, and survival in the wild. To most people in Popunka, Freeman was an odd but familiar figure, a man in his late 50s, tall, wiry, and weathered by decades outdoors. Locals say he had the skills of a bushman, someone who could live off the land, disappear into the mountains, and re-emerge weeks later seemingly unfazed. But behind that rugged exterior was a troubled past and a dangerous mindset. Freeman had long rejected authority. He spoke openly of his belief in sovereign citizen ideology, a fringe movement rooted in anti-government conspiracy. In online forums, he posted inflammatory remarks, including one chilling phrase that would later resurface in headlines. The only good cop is a dead cop. Neighbors described constant disputes, arguments about property boundaries, confrontations with local council officers, and repeated clashes with law enforcement. He had lost both his driver's license and gun license in separate disputes with authorities. Each incident, it seemed, only deepened his distrust and paranoia. Friends who knew him decades earlier recalled a very different man, curious, skilled in bushcraft, even generous. But over the years, something shifted. Exposure to anti-government rhetoric, combined with personal losses and run-ins with the system, seemed to harden him into someone angrier, more isolated, and increasingly radical. When police arrived at his property on August 26, they were not just serving a warrant. They were stepping onto the land of a man who believed he was at war with the state. The confrontation was fast, brutal, and bewildering. Senior Constable Vadim de Ward-Hottet, a father and seasoned officer, and Detective Neil Thompson, respected for his calm approach to volatile situations, had come prepared for tension, but not for an ambush. According to reports, Freeman may have been watching their approach, weapon ready. Some accounts suggest he had fortified his property, expecting a confrontation. What happened next remains partly shrouded in secrecy. Police have withheld certain details out of respect for the victims' families and to avoid compromising the ongoing search. But the outcome was tragically clear. 2 officers died, 1 injured, and Freeman is gone. The bush became his shield, the mountains his ally. Within hours, Victoria Police declared one of the largest manhunts in recent history. Special operations teams, tactical units, helicopters, drones, and dozens of local officers flooded the Alpine region. Search dogs traced Freeman scent through the bush, but the trail grew faint with each passing hour. Cold fronts swept through the mountains, bringing snow and freezing nights. For ordinary fugitives, these conditions might have been fatal, but Desi Freeman was no ordinary fugitive. This was a man who had spent much of his life learning how to vanish. Locals recalled him boasting of living off the grid, setting up supply caches, and using the land as his camouflage. He knew the valleys, rivers, and ridges of Popunka like the back of his hand. Every tree, every creek. He's walked it 100 times. One neighbor told The Guardian, "If anyone can hide out there, it's Desi." Police feared exactly that. Investigators combing through Freeman's online activities soon uncovered a disturbing pattern. He wasn't just anti-authority. He was an active participant in sovereign citizen networks, fringe groups convinced that modern governments are illegitimate and that individuals can declare themselves free from the law. The idea of mountain ridges. In winter, snow dismissed the possibility. Freeman's anti-government rhetoric had earned him quiet supporters. For some,
I can't listen to that anymore. That would have taken them 5 minutes to knock that up. They've got one photo that they're going in and out on. They would have uploaded a couple of transcripts and said, "Okay, tell a story. Here's an AI voice. Go for it." Like, it shits me because it's yes, you can do that. But for those of us that actually fucking put the effort in, it pisses me off. Because have a look, he's got what? He's had 636 views for the day.
Yep.
Fuck you behind the tape. No, sorry, that's nasty. And how many videos has he got? I've got bloody over 1,000 up.
Despite the launch of a massive search effort and the announcement of a record-breaking $1 million Australian dollar reward, police have still received no verified sightings of fugitive Desi Freeman. Since the appeal went public, 200 new tip-offs have come in, bringing the total to more than 1,000 leads. But each lead has ended in a dead end, leaving investigators frustrated, the public uneasy, and the mystery deepening by the day. If you love shocking true crime stories, kindly subscribe now. We drop new ones every day. Now let's dive in. It is a case that has gripped Victoria like few others in living memory. A police ambush. 2 officers gunned down. A fugitive who knows the bush like the back of his hand.
See, this is the type of shit we get in Australia to report on a manhunt. Whereas in America, you've got recovery addicts sitting there. He's got his police scanner in the background. He's got the helicopter flight patterns and the other thing, and he's got someone on the ground who's like driving there, reporting. And I get AI shit, and you wonder why I choose the American stuff. Let's find at least a good one. What's this one? This is 7 News. I want to know how many people turned up and if it was like a SWAT team, because that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. For the first time, we can show you the haunting moments before a fatal confrontation between police and Desi Freeman. Pictures have emerged that shed new light on how the tragedy unfolded as one victim's parents made a powerful journey to Pawnpukka. Sarah Jones has the story.
From the far side of the world to a town they'd never heard of. Carolina Devar and Alay Ottar touched down in Pawnpukka on a heartbreaking parents' pilgrimage.
The purpose of that was to really share with them the effort that's going into locating this wanted fugitive Desmond Freeman.
16 days ago, they were at home in Belgium when the phone rang and their world collapsed. Their son, Vadim, had been killed, along with Neil Thompson, in a confrontation with Desi Freeman. Today, they came to thank the officers hunting for the killer.
I can say it was very emotional.
Now, images taken in the moments before that fatal shooting have shed new light on how it happened. 10 officers came with a warrant for Desi Freeman, who'd locked himself inside his caravan home.
We've got a search warrant right here. Come out and have a look at it. Come out and talk to us, Des. We're not going away.
The suspect's wife pleaded with police not to come in. Can you please not barge in?
We have a search warrant.
I have a kid. Please.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
The back and forth went on for more than 20 minutes.
We're just trying to do our job, Des. Come out and talk to us and we won't have to break in. What's the search warrant for?
The warrant was over an alleged sexual assault of a young girl.
Did you join the police force to be Nazi thugs? You're just going to kill me. We're not going to kill you.
Eventually, police used a crowbar to pry open the caravan door and enter the bus. This is the moment they went in and Freeman opened fire, killing Neil Thompson and Vadim Devar Ottar.
We'll leave no stone unturned. He's killed 2 of our members and shot a 3rd, so he presents as a significant risk to community safety.
Sarah Jones, 7 News.
So, Can you see any differences in your reporting to ours?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So 10. They sent 10 people for a warrant.
Despite the launch of a massive search effort and the announcement of a record-breaking 1 million Australian
10. Now, manhunt underway. New footage of incident and one reason Desi hates the police. Was he still with his wife or? Oh, Hella's doing it. It's from excited utterance. Desi Freeman's friend issues alarming messages. All right, well, we'll do this last one and.
But I just only hope that Desi, gets her into this, intrinsically. We all have our pathways in life, and I just hope he doesn't finish up like another Desi.
Well, I can tell you right now, there is nowhere on this earth that he's coming out alive.
Oh no!
Pulled a weapon on us. Yeah.
We had something like that went on about 3 years ago. They went to serve a warrant. 2 cops showed up to serve a warrant on this dude, 2 counties away from me. And he opened fire on them, killed them too, and then he locked himself in his house, trapped his girlfriend in there with him, and told the next cop that he would kill her if they come after him. But man, you ought to have seen the cops from all the neighboring counties. There was like 300 showed up. Well, they took him down, but he hung himself 3 days later in his jail cell. But he ended up killing, I think, 3 cops, the K9, and injured 2 or 3 other ones.
I guarantee you, he's been filling up all the bunkers out there, stocking them up. They'll never find him.
Yeah.
And if they do, either he'll sort it out himself or they'll do it for him. He's not coming out outside of a body bag, I'm telling you now.
No, he ain't going to have to worry about no court date.
Yeah, nah. And they won't. They don't televise it here anyway.
You wouldn't be streaming that one if you could.
I didn't think about it, but there's nothing to stream. Like, I can't.
No.
It's not like I can let Restream nick the hat. You know what I mean? Did you watch that manhunt?
No.
That was good.
Was it?
That was good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This is only 5 minutes, so.
Of the past, these last words were, and so was life.
You talking about Nick Kelly?
Yes, I'm sorry.
My name is Jonica Bray. I'm a senior reporter at the Daily Mail. I have been covering this story since the tragic events unfolded. I have direct access to both family and friends of Desi Freeman, and we have 2 senior reporters on the ground in Porapunka. It's now day 11, and sovereign citizen Desi Freeman is still on the run. Today also marks the first funeral for Senior Constable Vadim DeWart, one of the 2 police officers he allegedly shot dead.
My brother's always been my hero, my protector. He was my very own superhero, even though he's physically not here anymore. His spirits will live on with all of us forever.
Our beautiful, kind, wise, joyful boy, taken from us, who dearly loved him. Mother Nature now holds him in her embrace.
Again, I want to express my very deep and sincere condolences to your family. Thank you for bringing Vadim to us.
This is what we know about the ambush. Around 10:30 a.m. on the 26th of August, 10 Victorian police officers arrived at the rural property near Porapunka to execute a search warrant connected to allegations of historic child sex offences. As officers began searching the bus, Desi Freeman, also known as Desmond Philby, a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen, allegedly opened fire using homemade shotgun and other undisclosed weapons. The ambush was sudden and brutal, with officers caught off guard. The wounded officer, shot in the leg, hid under the bus for nearly an hour until help arrived. Detective leading Senior Constable Neil Thompson and Senior Constable Vadim DeWart were killed instantly. Freeman escaped the scene alone, allegedly taking the sidearms of the 2 dead officers. He fled into the bushlands surrounding the property, and hundreds of police officers, along with ADF, believe he is being harboured. While Freeman's bush survival skills and knowledge of the Mount Buffalo area make him a formidable force, friends tell me that in the lead up to the tragic events, Freeman was actually unwell. The friends claim that he had been struggling for quite some time with flu-like symptoms, which had left him housebound and rarely leaving the bus that he shared with his wife and children. They say he had started to drink a lot more alcohol than usual and was certainly not at his peak fitness. It's because of these details that it's believed that maybe somebody is harbouring Desi Freeman.
He's become very proficient of getting around in the bush, bush bashing. But there's a lot of hiding places here, and especially, if you look up at night here, you'll see 1 million stars. But equally, that's not enough in number of all the...
this guy's a knob.
And it's quite possible that they began an attitude. He's a bloke with a lot of resolve, and he put his mind into something. There's just no holding him back.
Police have warned that anyone harbouring Desi Freeman or helping him will face serious consequences. And while no cash reward has been put up, some people believe this may be the only way to flush him out. We know Freeman's wife, Marley, was reportedly at the property during the shooting. She was arrested and questioned for possible obstruction, then released. Police say charges have not been ruled out against her. Marley is now in hiding, speaking only through her lawyers. She has publicly pleaded with Desi to surrender. Sources close to her told Daily Mail the marriage is all but over. Even if he survives this manhunt, she plans to cut ties, along with her 3 children, an adult, teenager, and toddler. Freeman is a well-known sovereign citizen with multiple run-ins with the police. Despite his anti-government stance, he was still receiving Centrelink payments. The mindset is clear in videos he posted online, where he called police terrorist thugs, compared them to Nazis, and even attempted to arrest a magistrate during court proceedings.
He heard the case, was smart-ass and arrogant the way he's always been, had absolutely no regard for the law or for natural justice or for my right to have my case heard. And so, in trying to railroad me when I was prepared for a real fair hearing, I was forced to arrest him under Section 458 of the Crimes Act. I told him he was not free to leave and he was in my custody. They are filthy, corrupt, disgusting, lawless predators who seem to get some thrill out of messing with people's lives. So, people of Australia, every one of you, start arresting and prosecuting these criminals.
In 2021, he even tried to have the then Premier, Daniel Andrews, put on trial for treason. The case was swiftly thrown out.
I'm speaking to you in relation to not wearing a mask here today.
You're being very adversarial. You're trying to break the law. You're under arrest. You are under arrest.
Run, Lauren! For now, 2 police officers are dead. Desi Freeman remains on the run, and the cost for this massive manhunt is dramatically rising every day. We'll keep you up to date over the weekend of the latest developments at dailymail.com.au.
So they've brought out someone from the UK now to report on it.
Yep. And he's been out there how long now?
18 days.
Mm-hmm. He's got to be eating somewhere.
He tried to arrest the judge.
just saying.
What the fuck? Was there anything? Did we miss anything in like anything from Sheriff Steins?
I've not seen nothing. Hush, hush. Oh gosh, shut up.
I know there's no documents that have come out, but do you know when his next hearing was for the bond hearing?
No, I missed it.
Because I know that they had to have all those docs in by the 2nd, which is why we had the document dump. But I want to know.
Did they say the 10th, the 12th? Did it already happen? I'm not sure. But I ain't been on YouTube a whole lot to keep up with nothing.
Me either. Let's see. Oh, Christine's live. Governor's Pardon Advisory Board hearing. Okay. Rambo style solves it, kills two. Oh, okay. That's another psychoanalyzer. Oh, now this here. I'll show you this because this is the chick that came out today. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. The chick that came out today. This is the guy that started to. He wanted to make a movie, to a documentary of the Port Arthur killings.
Mm-hmm.
And as he was doing his research for the movie, he discovered all this shit that didn't add up. It didn't make sense. Like, it was bizarre. And so he started digging and discovered that, like, Martin Bryant wasn't even at Port Arthur that day. Yes, his car was, but someone was using the car.
Right.
He's just found all of these discrepancies everywhere. And apparently Martin Bryant's got an IQ of 67 or something. And in his police interview, he has no idea what they're talking about. And they arrested him because apparently there was two separate sites that had multiple killings at. So one was Port Arthur, and then there was another one at Seascape, apparently. And that one caught fire. And Martin Bryant was arrested there. So he'd gone to sleep on his stomach and didn't wake up until his back was on fire.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Drugs in his system, like not street drugs, like
right.
He was drugged so he didn't wake up. He nearly died from the burns. And then they charged him with all the the 35 people at Port Arthur and at Seascape as well, because he had blonde hair. Yep. So yeah, so this is the guy. There is a movie coming out about it, but this is the guy she works for to do the research.
Have you interviewed any of the survivors?
Yes,
Not
it's
him,
quite
but-
distressing to know I have good friends who are direct survivors, one of whom took a bullet in the throat on the day, and he watched the shooter enter the cafe, and he said he walked in, he noticed him because he had a military bearing about him, but he had this long blonde hair.
Yep.
And went out, came back into the cafe, started shooting, and my friend tried to save his loved ones and pushed them away and turned back and took a bullet in the throat. He told me firsthand the person who shot him was not Martin Bryant. I said, are you sure? He said 100%.
So the person who walked in with the long blonde hair and the military rig and kit, he said that wasn't the man that was charged and as a consequence is in jail as we speak.
Correct. And he also said later...
How did he quantify that, Paul?
He made a witness statement to that. He's never been interviewed by the media on shows like the ABC's I Was There. He's never been called up as a first-hand witness in a court of law because there was no open trial. In hospital, above him, Martin Bryant was being treated and the police brought in an identikit board. And he said the photos were so fuzzy you could have put a blonde wig on Big Bird.
Have you interviewed...
So that guy, that producer, he did it for his you know how they do like a mock thingo to promote what they're, you know, when they're trying to sell the story basically to the producers and stuff. And he deliberately used two different actors. One was a young guy with long blonde hair, and the other one was an older guy with a blonde wig. And she showed me this trailer, or, you know, whatever it is they prepare. You couldn't tell the difference. And he said that's the point. That was the whole reason he did it. He did it on purpose. So that they could say it's quite easy to have someone that looks like him get done for it. But yeah. Yeah. An easy pin on too, because of his mental health issues and IQ. Wasn't even there apparently, but that sounds like it's going to be a good one to dig teeth into, especially if I've got.
You interviewed.
What's that guy's name? I can't think of his name. He was the footy. Tan? Who is this guy? I don't remember his name. Do you know his name at Wild Aussie Woman? My God, Jodie, what? Oh. Martin, okay, I'm listening. Oh. We've sort of just done a bit of a mishmash. We've covered Charlie Kirk. They've arrested someone for his murder. You don't think he did this alone? Who? Martin Bryant. You have to elaborate a bit more. We've covered 3 stories. We're in a mishmash. All right. Where was it? One shows up inappropriately dressed for court. Okay. Oh, you know Judge Fleischer.
Yep.
He's not streaming anymore. He's shut down his channel.
Why?
Did
he retire?
No. Apparently the powers that be at YouTube, I think. Someone anyway. Basically thought that his style of admonishment was disrespectful, and he was playing to the cameras apparently. So that's Mm-hmm.
Well, I liked him.
I did too. I thought he was very fair. I thought he actually put things in place so that people didn't come back, and you know the young ones making sure that they're part of their punishment was they had to get their GHD.
Yep.
That makes perfect sense, and he would do everything that he could to put them through there and support them in it. So for these dickheads to say that, because some of the shit that he used to come out with, don't make me spank your ass or some shit like that, they've all taken offense to it, and it's just ridiculous. This is how political and full of shit YouTube is. All right, do we want to watch some retiring? What was it? Retiring. Growing old disgracefully.
Yep, that's it.
Or anyone got any requests they want me to? Oh, fuck. Mama needs a Valium. Oh, hell. Oh,
Living it low.
Share the screen, Jodie. Oh, wrong one. That one. This looks quite funny.
March in Tenerife. Blowing their pensions, winter fuel allowance, and the kids' inheritance.
Blowing their
She
pensions?
Very late nights and karaoke.
Oh, that was me Friday night. Oh, Lord.
Yes. Just briefly, like I did the last bit, but I think I might, because I was telling Tricia the other day, that I got onto this she's a psychotherapist, a master's PhD in psychotherapy or some shit, Samantha Beninga. And I was in her chat the other day because I'd sent her an email wanting to talk to her about the Karen Reid case. And she hadn't answered it. So I was in her chat saying, hi from Melbourne, check your emails type of thing. And this chick piped up and said, oh, hi, Jodie, I'm from Melbourne too. I'm like, oh, sweet. And, we sort of had a bit of a chat and things and listened to what the stream was about. And I said to her, so what part of Melbourne are you from? She said, oh, eastern suburbs. I'm like, oh, yeah, sweet. I'm from this postcode. And she's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, what? It turns out she is 4 streets away from me. 4. She could walk here. And that's who I was talking about. So she's the researcher for the guy that's making the Port Arthur movie. So she's got all this information, and I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna be her best friend because there's some good shit in there. Like she's gone deep. So
Jodie has a new partner in crime.
Well, because I'm struggling. Like, there's nothing that's out at the moment. Not that I'm like, okay, someone go and do something exciting, so I can have a trial. But there's nothing that's once they can't, like, once Koberger pled and Stearns pled, it's like, okay, well that took 4 months of and I've got some really good older trials, but I'd like to actually even scatter through some Aussie shit, and that would be something that I could sink my teeth into, especially given that it's because he's still in jail. Like they railroaded him.
Yeah.
From all the shit that I can see. So anyway, we'll see how that plays out. Let's get some nasty on. Hey yo!
Oh God!
I wonder if they'll do the flipping
74-year-old ladies man Leapy Lee.
I think Viagra is probably one of the greatest inventions ever. Cheers.
Binge drinking Grandad Pete.
You've been bloody true. I've never touched a drop all day.
And party mad pensioners Gordon and Marie.
Oh, silly old age pensioners having a good time. And showing his kids how it's done.
With the kids grown up, mortgages paid off, and final salary pensions, they're partying like there's no tomorrow. They may have an appointment with the Grim Reaper, but he'll have to catch them first.
A dentist on the table.
It's breakfast for Tenerife. Sunny today with highs of 22 degrees. And especially for my expat club, happy Monday. Remember, it's paradise.
Maybe I should just move to Thailand and live there.
Every year, tens of thousands of pensioners visit the island of Tenerife, migrating south from the UK's miserable winters.
We've gone from catering to 17, 16, even 15-year-olds, kids being sick in the street, to your 65 and 70.
You all hear that?
They get quite raunchy and they've had a few drinks.
Year-round sun and tax-free booze make Tenerife a hedonistic haven for oldies looking to let their hair down, or what's left of it.
No, I'm hearing it. What am I hearing?
Can you hear this okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
During the winter, these partying pensioners keep the tourist industry alive. Bars and restaurants normally employ smart young Brits to lure in affluent OAPs. But one bar in Los Americas takes a different approach. They've made a more senior appointment.
If you die in an airport, have you got a terminal disease?
Nice day, guys. If you die in an airport, you've got a terminal disease.
His job is to attract potential customers
Hi ladies, how you doing?
with his unique style of charm.
Hairdresser's course. Would you like a nice drink today? Coffee, tea, banana sandwich with sugar.
After his business went bust and his marriage broke down, Pete moved to Tenerife.
You all right, guys? Nice beer.
when my kids were really small, we used to come on holiday and stay in Los Cristianos. So when I got divorced, I just thought, well, that's it, I'm off. Homemade meals. They've been doing the same job since I started here. Strippers at 12. What skills to do this job? Absolutely not. Have a seat, madam. Can you fit in that one? You're a bit big. You've got to love people and enjoy what you're doing. This one might be better, because no arms on here. You've got your backside enough. Sit.
3 years ago, he tried to return home.
Hello, how are you doing? I just could not hack it. I couldn't stand the rain on the windows every morning. I couldn't stand putting money in the electric meters and gas meters.
Oh, it's miserable living over there.
You could not live the lifestyle we live here back in the UK. Happy Monday, Pete. You just could not afford to go out. And that was it. I left a load of stuff there and just come straight back here. Nice beer. Would you like a beer?
But here the booze is tax-free, so Pete can always afford a cheeky shot.
Nice tip.
Even on the job.
It does give you a lift. That's what a PR needs. Toasted sandwich, you need to get your mouth going. Anything you want, you can get here. Black balls for sale.
But Pete's boss isn't convinced that his boozing brings in the business. He's received 5 formal warnings for drinking.
Nice drink.
To make matters worse, every afternoon Pete has a break between shifts.
Cheers.
That he spends in the pub.
Good minute.
While Pete binge drinks the afternoon away, former 60s singer Leapy Lee is living every red-blooded male pensioner's fantasy. In 1968, Leapy was a one-hit wonder with a song called Little Arrows.
Being famous was wonderful. Don't anybody ever tell you it's not? They're lying. It's wonderful.
He's a firm believer that age...
I have to mute that. Sorry. Just until the song comes.
I'm taking Viagra. I think it's a wonderful invention. Girls love it too. Especially if you take 2.
74-year-old Leapy has just started a love affair with Bettina from Denmark, who's only 49.
She loves sex shops. Oh, she loves her sex shops. Oh, people are going, Bettina comes over once a month and stays for a month. I'd rather suits me, that, to tell you the truth. I think she would like to be here more permanently, but I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for that yet.
Bettina is flying into Tenerife this morning.
She's a lot of fun. She's also one of the most jealous women I've ever met in my whole life. I think she would quite happily kill somebody if they came on to me. I miss her, actually. Break out the Viagra!
Did you just let it sound?
Come on, let's go home. Let's go home. Let's go home, darling. Have you missed me?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I thank you very much. Yes, I'm driving. Betina's very highly sexed, I suppose you could call her. Well, she's at the peak, isn't she? 49, 50. You know, women start coming into their own at that time. Well, I'm trying to keep up. I'm doing my best.
I bought a small child.
I've already got a warning
for you.
from YouTube.
You can go in the back of the front.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yes, very nice.
I'll just get them on for her now.
What are you looking at?
I said about
The stream has been temporarily blocked.
Yes, you do.
Fuck off.
Yeah, right. So why the fuck are you looking at her ass again?
Are you for real?
Oh, I don't have pants on.
You have been temporarily blocked because we detected a video belonging to someone else. If you plan to continue, please ensure that the content owner has added your channel.
Can't have fun at all.
No. No. And
But I'm going to have to jump off anyway. I've got to get ready.
All right, my love. I'll close this
But
down.
it's been fun.
They'll not be able to see us. they've been cut off. Oops. My bad. Well, thanks for joining me, sweetheart.
Anytime.
I'm going to be doing some deep diving this weekend. I think I've got some research, and I've got my bloody NDIS hearing Wednesday, which I need to submit some shit for. So
now, will they tell you if you're going to be approved or?
This is me changing the scope of the hearing of the review that I want, because me. You know how I said I'm turning it back onto them. They have their I need that to get approved, and this is the.
Well, just keep right at them. They'll eventually get tired of fighting. That's what they do over here.
Well, Bron, who was
my God, what more do they need? I
know. This is 5 years I'm really up to now, and
that's bullshit.
They've picked the wrong chick. Yep. They picked the wrong cripple. They forget that we've got way too much time on our hands to plot our revenge.
Yep.
My skin's shocking. All right. Well, you have a wicked ass weekend. Don't work too hard to yourself, right, Don?
Yeah, there'll be no partying this weekend. I'm probably just work. My party's over.
Yeah.
Oh. But take care of yourself. Holler at me in WhatsApp.
Well done. Yes. And Sunday, I think it's. I don't know. I will work something out Sunday for this docu-series thing. On Discord. So just keep an eye out. All right. Love you all. Don't be good at it. And hasta la vista, bitches. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.